Dig up, y'all. This is Johnny Wild from the band Blindside Thunder, and you're listening to the best internet radio right here on 2 Loco Radio. Crank it up.
So glad to have you all come out tonight, and this is our 4-year anniversary and also the first night of Gone-aroo. So while people are out partying on the farm, we're going to keep the party going here in Knoxville. So we're ready to have our first guy come on. We want to welcome Doc Isaac to the stage. He's going to do something interesting for you with the Game Boy. So everybody give him a round of applause.
A little bit closer. I'm about to fall over. That's okay. I've never been too good at the self-referential. Building height on my type power massive exponential. Gasoline ignites a fire, rubber from an engine. My name is Doc Isaac, I begin the mission. Slipping through the cracks to show up on the stage. Just a boy and his Game Boy, a magic tech slave to an arcade on his brain. Slave to the game, not just showcasing dirty, the body to acclaim, and the pulse channel kicks. You know the drill is in your veins. A build up brings a chill. The fever will kill, but Mario can keep his pills. All you really need for Doc's flow to spill. From the Midwest, I come to the South. They produce beats like a red nut. I came to hear the spice of the scene like honey in your meat. I'm behind the curtain, look through my notion will keep you turned. I'm the game genie connecting directly into your feet. And I know I couldn't read this pudding that's that to this a theme. It's amigo. That's not me, it's spiritual logic, making this critical beverage. My name is Doc Isaac, and this is my requisite introductory song given by the hip-hop government. Hey! 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 Here I feel like a poltergeist to the TV screen. Talk one next to the speaker, recording all the pan theme. Sound effects rule can Street Fighter must see. Making lyrics as I play, linguistics slowly forming stories in my head. I prefer the battery. The fluff and top and bubble flowing houses over drunk the 40s. Give me meaning, listening to all your pipe dreams. While you're shredding your threads, I'm straightening my scene. And I don't really pray to Yeezy, I got my own deity and through the dark like a rainbow, surprising you ripple metal. My name is Doc Isaac, I'm fulfilling like heavy metal. Like a movie title series. Hey, 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 okay, is it required? My name is Doc Isaac and I'm here to say I like sci-fi, wrestling and anime. You may not think those things are worth boasting about in rap. That's all I had where I live, where halls had it. Right about here, I'd make a Firefly joke. Nearly 15 years old. That's true, folks. They goes in Broncos. They took this guy from me. Guess we should have read the Petro before Fox nerfed it completely. Maybe looking weirdly as I peered on my screen, changing text to decimal values around you. All the tips to sing the song of my people. Feel the nostalgic ring. Rose tinted glasses become your new favorite bleed. So raise up your hands that belong to the snare. And if you're feeling good at a woo like Ric Flair, now you're playing with power. Let's light up this party. Like Final Tap, we're gonna turn the volume straight to beat. I don't care where this goes, good or bad or Tommy Wiseau. You're tearing me off, hot Lisa. You're all my favorite customers. Let's all do this together. My name is Doc Isaac, and this is my requisite introductory song given by the hip-hop government. Woo! There we go. Hey! 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 Let me hear you! Hey! 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 Let me hear you! Thank you! My name is Doc Isaac, as I said. Talk about a lot of nerdy. Welcome to Gone-aroo, people. Give yourselves a round of applause. There's so many. Came here instead. Yes. All right. You went up. The song. Right. Song. Something dear to my heart. Beating up street thugs in the middle of Metro City. Final fight! Cody, Tiger, and that other guy I can't remember. Get it! forgot there's a little bit of pause here. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Victor Kid and Tom, the people are in the day. The city played by gang. The streets filled with rain. He has brains below. Mr. Rector looking high. The mayor started missing. We're running out of time. Something's gotta be done. No one will take a stand. A lack of demand, but the dog's got a plan. It's time to don the gloves. Go beyond the nitty gritty. I'm the remedy. Do everything. Destroying my city. Gather my friends. We're gonna rock the town. That's a good fight. That's right. Continue forward now. Push us through the slums. The dominating stuff. Identical twins with the worst color dye job. You think we can make it? Don't be so shy. Come this initiative. I got the mayor on my side. I'm a bad enough dude. Handle on no wind. I'm through. I've got enough life. Special attack on you. Speak your mind. With your fist. And you will fight. Have a gift. Don't use it well. Time to act. We'll give them hell with the combo attack. Move your feet. Make a dash. Let's clean the streets. Pick out the trash. This is the night. The die is cast. Your final fight will never be the last. Off. Someplace. The wrestling ring. Changes to the river go. Hear the people sing. Time to suckle around into the oil drum with a thin pipe that up in the night is still young. When the boss jumps in, the brakes shift around. It's not the about. Now keeping me to the ground. Got me shell shocked. But I'm the button smasher. One to make it flash red faster. Faster. To be on the violence. My dreams are proven. Want the gang to return the glass. Become honor system. What a syndicate. No need to kneel. Bubbles of all I want to get from a rule deal. But we can't have what we want, so here I am. Making streets like day for the common man. Don't get in my way, you'll get a fistful of metal. I still got a grudge that I need to settle. Alright, I want everyone to look at the person right beside you. And think about that time before where you played them in Turtles in Time and they had full life and you had no life. But they ate the pizza! Look at them! Look at them and declare their guilt! Speak your mind with your fist and you will find you have a gift, so use it well. It's time to act, we'll give them hell. Come for attack, move your feet. Make a dance, let's clean the streets. Take out the trash, this is the night. The die is cast, the all final fight will never, never be the last. Speak your mind with your fist and you will find. Have a gift, so use it well. It's time to act, we'll give them hell with the combo attack. Move your feet. Make a dash, let's clean the street. Take out the trash, this is the night. The die is cast, your final fight will never be the last. Yeah. Once again, thank you guys so very much for coming out here. It's awesome. Woo! We got a lot of great acts coming up. We got the Gentlemen and Lions. We got Ulaanbastards. We got Lions Taking Shape, Mass Driver, and the Auto. Yeah, all very awesome. All one fantastic evening. A Game Boy drop. No one saw that, right? Right. Thanks, Mr. Right. Do another one. The Mythical World. This is previously. Do another one about lost love that I had from so long ago. Her name was Street Fighter. That the actually Capcom versus SNK2 the Star Treks in Pigeon Forge. The song, it's called Attract Mode. This beat is by DJ Robo Rob. If you know that, he's pretty awesome. One, two, three, cat drop. Hey! 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 Double body, double body. Hey, hey, body. Hey! Hey! Activate. Look around the room. I'm begging your attention. Your mind consumed by choices. The rectangular boxes, the voices angling. A synopsis, a cult to the side to ride for amusement. Choosing one and the devil fruit will each unit. Great, but you drink those tonics. That's when you move it to the back like a sonic. Boom, there goes the scene. New boxing, just look at that clean button. Pristine, all you do is God. You're gonna be able to feel the hunt to make a shot. Grab a 10 of lies, energize your being. Your question logic, could the beam is greedy? Once you put that first be the same again. Free your light, the video free. Hear that sound is so enticing. Push that wall into a knee. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Still didn't know. It's so addicting. Eat the strike. Your world victory. You're now a part of the team. Go with the flow in the track mode. Come on now, sound, bury me with my money. You're broke now. Tomorrow's another story when you see your friends cleverly engaging about a game. I broke a little thing, they laugh, but they don't know yet. There's a reason why it has multiple joys that you can share your fun. Work here is done. I'm traveling fast, I'm traveling outrun. Doing the math, the back and bigger for more. Comparing notes just to beat level 4. Competition first, you want the high score. The initial top, they try to get to the core. But you broke in and the doors are closed. Spend the night awake, finding your next chord. The ceiling becomes your elevator board. Kill screen coming up, it's what you're rated for. Bring your light, the video screen. You're now a part of the team. Go with the flow in the track mode. 9, 8. I'm trying to be Street Fighter Continue voice here. 6, 5, 4. Continue. This is it. You feel it in your face. The time is now. You're gonna beat that game. Fame away like a bucket for a quarter, restoring the order. You're a psycho soldier. But when you ride, there isn't a line. They're in the corner. A new sound shines. The latest in a long-running franchise. 3 out of this. I'm a fighting worldwide. Hit for this, your compound this way. Makes his way. Thinking we can see your brain. You're pulled to the same as the rest. Fights repeat. Cycles left undressed. Maybe one day you're at a cut with a little twist. A choice to be made. You're a friend with a familiar clean. All you need to see that scene. Bring the light, the video screen. Hear that sound, it's so enticing. To push that wall into a knee. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? See the fight, your world victory. Feel and know it's so addicting. You're now a part of the team. Go with the flow in the track mode. Bring the light, the video screen. Hear that sound, it's so enticing. To push that wall into a knee. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? See the fight, your world victory. Feel and know it's so addicting. You're now a part of the team. Fun. We're gonna return to this bad boy now. By the
radio.com at the open word for the Night Owl 4th anniversary.
This song's not about that. This is my attempt at making gangster rap where I try to make a bet with someone. Dramatically, but it's called the rap game. Yeah. You turn it up just a tad, please. Got his hands on a mic, back up. I'm about to make a lyrical strike. I convey my message, however necessary. If you don't like it, I'm in the feedback army. Mommy, yes, that's how we roll. At least it's how I claim the rule. I'm just too nice to told, but I can act like it. So just step away. If I'm too loud, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna turn it. Okay, wait, no, this is how. Play the rapper game, make a gold claim, say a lot of little crazy thing, but it's sexy beat. Beat it with your know-how, give a quicker mix, upload it to SoundCloud. And I made it like a Scooby-Doo ghost. Am I making a rap or a Tumblr post? Always am I critical, but maybe angry. If I'm making cheesy lyrics, I'm all too happy. Down. When I walk in the club, everyone says hello. Greet me continually, handshaking in the row, running to and fro. The show will resume. The real action is always in the back room, where my crew is waiting for their fighter level 3. We're about to kick it with some old school D&D, the die rolling, character sheets are scrawling. About to drive by on a poor old halfling and counter alert. To the back or try to found out my secret. They're gonna have a laugh, got a big head. Gotta make a quick, dirty rhyme about with the flute. Wasn't the best approach, but the words are dope. You forget why they encroach. I know it seems a little weird, a little random. Time to make the flow good and healthy like that, and this is how. Make the black game, make a bold game. Say a lot of little crazy things, find a sexy beat. Beat it with your know-how, give a quick mix, and upload it to SoundCloud. And I made it like a Scooby-Doo ghost. Am I making the rap or a Tumblr post? Always am I critical, but maybe angry. If I'm making cheesy lyrics, I'm all too happy. Okay, the third third verse of the song, and I completely forgot what it is. Hold on, I'm gonna try to figure it out. Hold on. Here we go. This is a test of the system. If you hear this, I'm out of lyricism. I only had an hour to make these time shine. When I got to this part, I've got a whole slew. Means that I have to have another guy coming up and make the slide with the featuring by line. Maybe this guy, for this guy, for this guy, for this guy. No, wait, I remember where it was. I hope you don't mind. Never mention where I live. Just a little humble. Can't pass like a dip. Gotta hone in on the positive to share. Knoxville, Tennessee. We once had a World's Fair. And that was the best approach. But, you know, I should know when to kind of go. And I don't know. Hey. That's how I play the rap game. Make this how you play the rapper game. Make a foul claim. Say a lot of little crazy thing. Find a sexy beat. With your know-how. Upload to Reverb Nation. No one's listening anyhow. Be animated like a Scooby-Doo ghost. Am I making a rap or a top the post? Always am I critical but maybe angry. If I'm making cheaty lyrics, I'm gonna make a cheaty lyrics. This is how the rapper game. Make a bold claim. Say a lot of little crazy thing. But a sexy beat. With your know-how, give it a quick mix and upload it to SoundCloud. Be animated like a Scooby-Doo ghost. Am I making a rap Tumblr post? Always am I critical, but maybe I'm angry. But if I'm making cheaty lyrics, I'm all too happy. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. I concur with that. Yeah. Japanese act. Also about free. No. This is called I Demand Blood, though. It's about Kill la Kill. If you don't know what that is, that's okay because I'm a nerd. And I love it. Here we go now. Hey! Dimensions, the plans to manage it. Modify the club. I need some sandwiches and lunchtime apocalypse for the poor and star. The nose eye helps the brain building. Comes to foreign orderly system designed for compliance. Here's a human clothing, posing defiance and alliance from the concept. I need a theme. An oncoming storm will bring them to the knees. A soul transport student, thinking of the purpose. Find her father's killer, her ringers of furnace. From an advance, luring like a strand in her hair. One above and a towering chair. Standing so sure, the world cowers and concurs. Fight the storm, you'll overpower the flood. And atop of the tower that just goes to the sky. Which rushes the flame high, she screams the second time. I love that blood! From the beautiful God. The one who created the noble cause. And I am this, but it's all a facade. I'm opening the curtain show while we are run. I love that blood! From the one high above. See the one below the top, none of your love. Use like a glove. I'm gonna take it back. I'm so sick of it. I demand blood. Local uniform, transform your core levels higher. Life fiber, vitalize, transform me, desire. The hyper extreme of the fascist scheme results in the beating of a warrior fledgling. But from the scene, she returns to her home. A secret within it concerns chill to the bone. A school uniform filled with power of blood. Perfect match. The clothing like armor, embarrassing but no comparing to a cat on me. One of the stricken down, also by a blade. Some many not in the space. Another one above has her full attention. Looking down with the frown, building up tension. On top of the fire, vengeance looks to the sky. The sword and below, she'll get what vengeance craves. Blood from the beautiful God. The ones who collect and create a noble cause. And I am this, but it's all up. I'm opening the curtain show while we run. Blood from the one high above. The victor one below the drum is none of your love. Control the bull, use like a glove. Gonna take it back himself. Sick of it, sick of it, sick of blood. Blood from the one of God. The one who can make and create a noble cause. And I am this, but it's all up my side. I'm opening the curtain show while you run. Blood from the one high above. None of your love. Control the bull, use like a glove. Gonna take it back, I'm so sick of it. I smell blood. Na 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 na. you. You guys having a good time out there? Looks pretty fall. Yeah. Night. Or one of Gone-aroo. Electric Boo. Anyway, that was a weird segue. This next song's about Hotline Miami. Has anyone played Hotline Miami out there? Yes! All right, you guys will get exactly what this song's all about. It's called Calling the Hotline. Hey! 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 Joy hurting people, pulled up the feel of complete control, knowing the cost of life, salary paid in full. Each cold blow spilling one blood on the floor, cleaning up the mess. Gotta tell them and name the score. It's what drew me into this final adventure. The worst than I shall die, a new name for the legend. Cast aside all these fools to lead. A sunset falls on a new corrupted dream. Miami, a hell of a city. If you know the right people, you'll get what you want for free. Know the wrong ones, well you better start running. So they're already calling the hotline for me. See, but that's given a full and permission to live in the good grip and precision. The mission transmitted, bloody divination in my mask and jacket. All I see is crimson. Bust through the door, get the back of the floor. Take that shotgun from the hand, smash his brain the gore. Take a little breath, knock him on the concrete. Beat him with your fist, but this toe, he's screaming me. Stay alert, the plan never changes. Kill them all, let the ETs do the sorting. Tunnel vision, the backstage, read the needed. For the girl who began the questioning. Do I enjoy hunting? I'm losing control. But no, not steady, that I'm the same fool. I call a VHS thing, that's just in reality. That is signaling the faithful mythology. And when it cleared, the girl was taking out a revenge reward. A job well done and hence the change. But I hear the ringing, I'll make them all pay for daring to call me. Miami's the hell of a city. Know the right people, you get what you want for free. Know the wrong ones, well you better start running. I'm already calling the hotline for me. Nothing given a bullet, the permission to live for in the good. Driven position, the mission transmit. Bloody divination, mask and jacket. Another racket, Miami's the hell of a city. And you know the right people, you get what you want for free. Know the wrong one, well you start running. They've already called the hotline for me. Let's give it a bonus of permission to never in the good prevent precision. Permission transmitted, bloody divination. In my mask and jacket, all I see is. All I see is. All I see is. All I see is. All I see. Back to this sucker now. Having a good time still? Glad you're here for this. Glad you all came out here in time for this. This is awesome. Kind of a little bit new. Nice for the lead. A little bit than I already have. But anyway, song's based on Clash 3. Wake up, got a song in your head. I feel simple note, combination in bed. Go to work instead, ignore it through the day. Dirt tell you what to do, bring it down on the way. Get tired, get down, feeling drained. Feeling so crazy, sleeping in your brain. Hold it to, wondering, oh snap. There's a meme of a kitty and a build, and a build, and a build, and a build. You feel the thrill pulling in for the kill. So while the covers run up the stairs, pull with the screen till your eyes are red with that. Yeah, the thing you dream, but it's never as perfect as you're picturing. The magic never showed more a ninja turtle than an Michelangelo. Is that a cave at the size of the mountains? The mountain calm to the line of thousands. You never make it a chance. You feel the pressure piling, stacking, and then it hits that link in your chain. Break off quickly, you feel sudden change. Treat life like a match 3 game, fleeting with a purpose more than a fame. To fight fear to hear a new sound flow, make the worries disappear into the back row. You know, time falling too fast, too wallow in the stress. Aim a little higher, don't bam, big crumble plus a fighter, never jump with a clear bonus. And seemingly bonus. Wondering. I forgot the chorus there, sorry guys. Na 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 na, na na na, na 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 na, na 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 na, na na na. Much in life seemed everything is bickering drama, leaving you wordless. Game link time thing, grab another quarter, persist next, plenty other fodder. You think of life as some sort of free to play? We turn the drain social media fade away. No matter that strain all you take, it all means nothing if home role play. Juggling candles, they get handles, setting fire, rigid and scandals. Product placement, community dangers, rack so whack, money idle exchangers. In their flaunting, they squander, left wondering, panel they ponder for concern. These loom like a Game Gear theme, made a Game Boy tune. As you stand at the word fight, you wonder why. You either want to try, just lift up and leave the high. You can fly higher than they can fly. You can be you, construe your work, just do what you want to do. It's a long way to the top of the spire. Keep building till your combo expires. Let's treat life like a match 3K, leading with a purpose more than a fame. Fear, hear a newfound flow, make your worries disappear, fade in the back row. Oh no, do your best, stop thinking so fast to wallow in the stress. With this major guy, I just want to stare at him for a while. Own it, nobody's there, body plunders. You gotta be progress, buzzing like a llama, but the move that groove is in your heart. You know what to do. Yeah, I got it. Thank you, man. Thank you. Na 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 na, na na na, na 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 na, na 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 na, na. Help me out here. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. There. Thank you, guys. Woo! Sorry about that. Okay. This is what you get for trying to learn a song the day of your performance. I really like this song. I'm hoping it's going to have a recording of it very soon for your pleasure. I'm going to have stickers and CDs, like they're free. You can just ask me for them in the back. Just enjoy the rest of your evening, folks.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Diggs.
Timmy D.
Cormander.
And Jared from Fool's Brew, and you're listening to 2 Loco Radio, the future of radio.
上面的天空，你那双没有灵魂，远去，在这云素上面的天空，你还是可爱的，盼望着光明。 在围绕着我，每种的马票，孤单的灵魂，有山在围绕着我，每种的马票，名牌的塑料。到底在哪儿？回一个电话给我好吗？请你为什么要这么做？我不明白，我是你所有的未来。可是现在你放弃了我。耀眼的钻石，你是未来人民投诉热线。我们的心是10块跳动的肌肉，远处的红掌冒着青烟。我没注意又没题材，我写什么歌我爱，我自高自大自私自利，自暴自弃自私我记得太快，你自然听不明白，天塌下来，我们当作被盖，地塌下去，我们爬上来，我们痛痛默默，跌跌撞撞，还不是我的过来，算了算了算了算了算了，算了算了算了算了算了。算了算了算了算了算了算了算了算了算了算了算了算了算了算了算了。无所谓，皇帝死了也无所谓，干脆换代无所谓，皇帝死了无所谓。该爱非爱无所谓，抽烟喝酒也无所谓，就不起一样废，两脚一伸或者把手雷天塌下来，我们当作被子盖地塌下去，我们爬上来，我们痛痛默默，跌跌撞撞，还不跟我来过来，算了算了算了算了算了算了算了算了，两脚一在我的反手里。是一个大傻瓜，他说什么我便做什么，我和你又没办法。我是一个大傻瓜，他说什么我便做什么，我和你我都一塌。上说他不对于你来说就有罪没罪，如果我反对好自卑，那被挖一大堆。 沙文沙文沙，沙文沙。天下大乱，到底是为啥？别不问地上的傻瓜，大傻瓜，大傻瓜。说我们并不就应该赶快出卖自己的家，我们要学会要准备参加别人的啦啦队。我是一个大傻瓜，你也是一个大傻瓜，他也是一个大傻瓜。满头的发啦，要说普通话总是带着英文的语法。他喜欢戴室内戴着墨镜，然后横走背，然后自拍顶呱呱。他说他自己不想是个富二代，他曾经梦了层楼雪在国外。你问他名字叫做什么，他总是只愿意把自己的洋名说出来。我问他自己是什么，他问我名字是什么。他觉得自己礼貌和修养，他觉得自己是理所当然的潇洒，他觉得艺术人们可用来吃饭，名字和自由那就更加不用讲。虚妄的东西总是比较酷，西方的沙发也比这儿的舒服，人家的上帝也比咱们的强，死了以后你还可以上天堂。我问他信不信上帝，我听说在自顾自己。外面的东西额外都会统统搬进来，比如说是圣诞树就应该被留在室外。搞不好你这并不单是崇洋媚外和实力怕外，小心别不小心把你请点我也给出卖。在这儿，你只会把我们的米饭统统浪费。只能把外面的东西，我都给统统搬进来。你说圣诞树就应该被留在室外，搞不好你这并不单是崇洋媚外和吃里扒外。小心别不小心把你请见我也给出卖。你到底是属哪个门派？怎么想法如此的奇怪？无论我怎么说，你到底是真假不明白。 我们爱一哄而去，然后又一哄而散。我们是究竟到底是想要怎么办？我们爱一哄而去，然后又一哄而散。我们是想要资本还是共产党？我们都是真心英雄，还是乌合之众？是被用武之地，还只是我是无用？你们爱搞什么大同小众？法论法论法论够！你们绵羊欲去绵羊，使劲向前走。我说你自己做坏事，坏心做好事。好心你们不要闹冒着我不言的现实。我说人民要做爱事，爱人做明事，明明白白我的心愿，动不动就要让革命一哄而起，一哄而散。究竟到底是要怎么办？一哄而起，一哄而散，想要资本还是共产党？才算是烈士，什么人是恐怖分子？我们什么时候告诉英雄别坏了大成功？到底什么时候敲了大鼓？什么时候挥舞旗子？什么时候需要我们一哄而起，一哄而散？究竟到底是要怎么办？一哄而起，一哄而散，想要资本还是共产党？我们爱一哄而起，然后又一哄而散。我们人靠在左边，我们车站在左边站。我们爱一哄而起，我们是一哄而散。我们是站在前面，越往前面喊。啦啦啦啦啦啦啦啦啦啦啦啦啦啦啦啦啦啦啦啦。
I know all the other songs are Chinese, but this one actually Chinese.
的孩子躲在教堂里，哭闹的孩子放了一个橡皮，冒犯了苦恼的人民，冒犯了苦恼的人民。被笼罩着大地，默默的耶稣都是大傻逼，观音和菩萨都是大傻逼，满天的神佛，你那不才是上帝？风我要滚到哪里？风我要滚到哪里？路见不平一声吼，好的满街都是狗，你不要他谁要？不要啊，谁要我？路见不平一声吼，黑猴子最像谁就是头儿。女子人不肯走，大马之间的先打走。路见不平一声吼，吼的满街都是狗。你不要他，谁要他？你不要我，谁要我？路见不平一声吼，黑猴子最像谁就是头。你不要他，谁要他？你不要他，谁要我？ 上帝，我叫你没上帝，你不要民主，我叫你不民主，你不要上帝，我叫你没主义，你没有文明，我叫你不文明，我是为你好，我那是为你好，我是为你好，我这是为你好，你是为你好，我那是为你好，你不要反抗，你不要反抗。实在太多，吃不饱饭的孩子也多，让动弹不乐的肥肉去被皮包的骨头，在这有钱的人们太多，幸福是树上长的苹果，世界上的资源始终只有那么多，让想杀其他人的人去杀其他想杀其他人的人，杀死一个算一个，杀死一个算一个，让想杀其他人的人去杀其他想杀其他人的人，杀死一个算一个，杀死一个算一个。叫做混蛋，如果你是同意我的话，那就请你加入我们，不要再做我们的敌人。我的名字叫做混蛋，如果你是喜欢我的话，那就请你加入我们，不要再做我们的敌人。在这的屌丝实在太多，这一注意之后走下坡，直到金字塔崩塌，我们从头再来过。其他想杀其他人的人，杀死一个算一个，杀死一个算一个，让想杀其他人的人去杀其他想杀其他人的人，杀死一个算一个，杀死一个算一个，让想害其他人的人去害其他想害其他人的人，害死一个算一个，害死一个算一个。 么逼他，你也别再这么逼我，你也别再这么逼自己。上路。该唱的我不敢唱，应该写的我不敢写。你也别再这么逼我，你也别再这么逼他，你也别再这么逼自己。却不是我，然后靠谁不会说？你是精英的
Continue. Gila douche. Thanks everybody for coming. Had one. Just do.
他们的家住在 Rocky Top， 在美国的南边，空气新鲜就在 Rocky Top， 交通复杂方便。我的媳妇来自 Rocky Top， 白人住在南边，白人住在南方 Rocky Top， 要住防晒衣。Rocky Top 永远会是我曾经的鼓励。他妈的 Rocky Top。Rocky Top 天大戏 ，Rocky Top 天大戏，这都是酒鬼 Rocky Top 爱喝威士忌，喝醉了就会唱 Rocky Top 黑人是奴隶，人人都爱唱的 Rocky Top 这里我的南边，每到周末爱唱 Rocky Top 不知道不会赢。Rocky Top， 你永远会是我曾经的鼓励。他妈的 Rocky Top，Rocky Top 天大戏 ，Rocky Top 天大戏。鼓励他妈的 Rocky Top，Rocky Top 天大戏 ，Rocky Top 天大戏，我们的 Rocky Top 会是开心的鼓励他妈的 Rocky Top，Rocky Top 天大戏 ，Rocky Top 天大戏 ，Rocky Top 天大戏。Be here though. song and best behave. But if this disguise of been wrapped in the day keeps me trapped in an endless stage, and I can't cut corner attempts to away. So I settle in the way.
Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to day one of Gone-aroo and the 4-year anniversary of Night Out. Coming out, this guy's doing a lot for Knoxville music in the last 4 years. Yeah. Went to college for 4.5 years, and I feel like I've done a lot more productive things under the School of Night Owl under Professor Castile. That's legitimate. That's sincere. Everyone else. How about Doc Isaac?
That Game Boy.
How about Doc Isaac's Game Boy? What about Gentlemen and Liars? Who indeed? Ulaanbastards? Stick around right after our set. Chris Castile's going to come up and say some stuff. After that, we have a Mass Driver. around for the other bands? Everyone do something really nice for Chris Castile tonight. He's done a lot nice for us.
Again, we're still at the open chord for the Night Owl 4th anniversary. Chris Castillo is going to make an important announcement pretty soon as well. You're listening to 2localradio.com.
Everybody!
Vocals! Hey, everybody!
So you didn't sound nearly as convincing as I did. Hey, everybody!
Hey, everybody!
For that goddamn baseball game.
All right, all right. How's everybody doing? Everybody still good? Okay, give it up one more time for Lines Taking Shape. All right, coming up next we have Mass Driver, but before Mass Driver takes the stage, we are Night Owl Music. We put on the Shindig and probably a bunch more that you've seen here. Birdhouse, Long Branch, the Bowery, Envy, the Concourse, the International, and right here at the Open Chord. And our founder, owner, president, CEO, whatever you want to call him, Chris Castile, is going to take the stage now and tell you about what we've got going on and drop some big news for you. So here it is.
Hi. How's everybody out there tonight? So, I just want to say, first of all, this is the first time I've wore a dress shirt. So everybody out here better feel. Last time I wore it was to meet my now girlfriend. I wanted to impress you all that much that you. All right. So. Thank you. 45 pounds thinner, by the way. Thank you. All right, so I want to talk to you guys about a couple of things tonight because I've met a lot of you, your hands, but I've never really had the time to have any kind of discussion with you. I want to let you guys know, like, where Night Owl's from. We want to. Most importantly, I've been kind of teasing about where we're. Everybody hear me okay? So this thing is going to go a lot easier. Like when I say somebody's name or if I go like that, that means I'm feel. All right. So first of all, let's give it up one more time for Doc Isaac. How crazy was that shit? Raise your hand if you've ever seen somebody rap to a Game Boy before. Exactly. That was some awesome stuff. All right. So then, Gentlemen and Liars, nice little acoustic set. They had a tragedy post or pre-show, and they pulled it together to do number 4. That's awesome. No, Ulaanbastards, come on now. Chinese pop punk, Rocky Top, come on. All right. So, and lastly, I want you all to make some noise for the open chord. Let them know that you're having a good time tonight. So also before I get started, I want to kind of know who's out there because it's how many of you guys are started with us back at the Birdhouse? All right, that sounds like a pretty good crowd. Now, if you weren't at the Birdhouse, who came over to 90 Proof or Bowery or the Envy? Those are some fun times. All right, what about anybody been to that on the road International or Concourse? Yeah. Got some really exciting shows. Really excited about the music. Anybody in here? Okay, we got a handful of you in here. So, I grew up in Knoxville until I was about 15. The next 5 years, I lived down in Florida. In Florida, I live near Orlando. Most of us in here like to look at concerts and see where bands are. If you ever notice, like Orlando is a hot. Everybody goes to. Down there was plenty of like big shows and everything. I never really found anything out about local scenes until I got out there. I went to go see a then unheard of. This was before their first album even came out, so it was like featuring Jared Leto, and everybody's like, "What?" So I went to that, and because the radio station that was there decided to promote it as, that was a bummer. But one really cool thing that happened that night was that the local support still stayed and they played. That right there, like, everybody was there. Like 80% of the left. The local support that stayed on, they rocked the crowd with their best. They walked away with a new. Not long after that, started frequent. A great community. Everybody was hanging out. Everybody was making. It's great. Oh, great. When I moved back up here to Tennessee, I was back when the Valerian was, around. There were some good headlining shows. Really no local community. One night I was over at. Anybody remember Red Winter Dying? Free Whitechapel? Yeah. So I was over at Walmart, and I had a Hate Breed shirt on. And the guys from Red Winter Dying walked up, and they were like, "Hey, man, you like metal? Check us out." I took their flyer, and I went out to their show. It was pathetic. It was a youth show. There's 10 people, and I love the band. Don't get me wrong. I love that band. I had a bad time. Everybody there had a bad time. It was not a positive experience. After that, I was just like, I'm done with this. 4 years later, a buddy of mine from down in Florida, when I had established connections, hanging out, he hit me up, and he was like, I need a gig up in Tennessee. Okay, I'll see what I can do. So I sent some emails, asked around, tried to figure out what I could, and I got a show at the Long Branch. Yeah. If you're in a band, you know why we're all laughing. If not, and you're in there, then you know why we're laughing. There you go. So after months of preparation and terrible attempts at night arrived, and we actually had 8 people come out to my. And out of those 8 people, didn't even make enough to give them. Actually reached. I gave the band gas money. That night, I learned 2 important things about the music scene in Knoxville. The first thing is that, goddamn, the Long Branch needed air conditioning. I haven't been there in a couple years, but I'm pretty sure it probably still does. And then number 2 is that I really love bringing new music to people, because even though there was 8 people, 3 of them in there were floored by the band that I brought up. And just the fact that 3 more people now had music to listen to, to make their day better, to help them get through a bad time in their life, that made me feel really good. At that moment, I decided that I wanted to bring that kind of community and that sense of one to Knoxville. And, sorry, I typed this all out here. So, ever since then, since that first show at the Long Branch, I've done everything that I can to develop a diverse musical community. I've always wanted to just bring amazing bands into town, and I wanted to expand Night Owl into new territory. Along the way, I've done a lot of this work myself, but I've had a handful of people that I really want to give a shout out to right now. Most of them aren't in here, but I still want to give them recognition. First off was Daniel Huff right here in the Ramones t-shirt. Back when I first started, I had no idea how to use Photoshop. An idea of graphic design to me was using Microsoft Paint, so that did not look good. So Huff, he made my posters for me, and after a couple months, he was like, I'm just going to show you how to do this. I'm tired of doing it for you. So he sat me down and showed me how to do enough to be dangerous. Not long after that, William Isom of the Birdhouse took me in and let me run their music program. Everything I did at the Birdhouse, I was a volunteer. I did not make any money on the shows there, but for a year, I ran the door, I ran the PA, I booked all the shows, I found support for every local touring group that came in. I even stayed and cleaned up after every show. Many of you were there helping me clean up after each night, so you know where I'm coming from. I've earned where I'm at right now. Not bullshitting you. But so after the birdhouse, learned a lot, and I learned a lot of people and met a lot of people that I still see in this room right now that I still work with. New bands like Drew and Mass Driver, him and Badger Cannon were actually one of the first bands I worked with. And Lines Taking Shape, I've been working with them for the whole 4 years. They used to be known as Tabla Rasa. Like I said, I learned a lot at the birdhouse, and I made a lot of lifelong friends. So after my stint at the birdhouse, Gina Truitt took a really big chance for me. She was at the Well, rest in peace. If any of you guys went to the Well, I love that place. She let me live out my rock and roll fantasy, and she let me set up an entire progressive music lineup. If you listen to Lines Taking Shape, you noticed obviously that's not your traditional type of music, but Prognosis is turned into just a one event, into a seasonal celebration of prog. So like 4 times a year, you can come out and hear music that'll just blow your mind. She took that chance on me and let me set it up. I was a nobody then. So I really want to thank Gina, even though she's not here. After that, I booked shows around town at the Well and at the Long Branch and Pilot Light and back and forth. One night at the Pilot Light, I was walking around in the back in the Old City Courtyard. Y'all been out there where that stage is? And I met the guy that was the manager of Southbound, Carleo's, Envy, and the Bowery. I told him who I was, what I was doing with the Night Owl music, and he's like, you know what? Sounds awesome. Let's get you up here at 90 Proof. So I took over at 90 Proof for about a year. We had all kinds of different lineups, but every Friday night we had a good show. Everybody had fun. We had different acts coming in. Not long after that, moved over to the Bowery when they reopened it up and it became Envy. All the nationals were coming in. Everybody was having a great time. Chris Denton at that time, I know he's not here, but he was my graphics guy at that time. He really pulled everything together and gave it a professional look. After the Bowery, we all kind of got sad. I know especially I did when they decided that they weren't going to do shows anymore. I was destroyed because at that point I'd spent about 3 years in Night Owl music. And my options at that time were to either go back to the Long Branch, which, no thank you. I could try to do metal and rock at Scruffy City, but if you've been down there, you know that's not their thing. They're kind of like the hipster, indie, jam type stuff, so it's not really a feasible option. Good news came in when Brian Coakley took over the International, and he picked me to be their talent buyer. And Brian's not here, but if he was, I would totally publicly embarrass him. Tell him I love him like a brother. And as awesome as it was International, there was one big problem. I know that I upset a lot of people in the last year, and I know I haven't replied to a lot of messages, but at my time at the International when we first opened, the Bowery shut down, that left a big gap with local shows. Because before we had Friday nights, and everybody knew that that's what you were going to do on a Friday night. If you were into this world, you're going to go see rock or metal at the Bowery. So when that shut down, that left us with a big problem, because even though the International would let us do shows periodically, and they would bring in big shows and we could get support, there was really no avenue for local bands, local rock and metal bands, like all you guys in here tonight. There was no showcase. There's nothing except for the Long Branch. For the longest time, I didn't even want to reply to my messages because I felt so bad that there were so many of you out there that I couldn't help. So I just didn't say anything. Now, luckily enough, I heard through the grapevine that the open chord was going to be opening up. And after speaking with Chris, give it up for him right now, people. Me and him immediately hit it off, and we decided to combine efforts to rock Knoxville again. So let's make some noise right now for the open chord, for giving Knoxville a place to have rock and metal. Now, I've learned a lot over this 4 years, but after about 2.5, I learned that I was not going to be able to do this alone. This is very hard work. It's very stressful, and if any of you knew me 5 years ago, I actually had hair. So it started falling out, but it's a lot of work. There's a lot of details and stuff that goes into it that you guys are just unaware of, and really for one person, it's too much. So when I was working at the International, a young intern by the name of Courtney came in, She worked for a little while. Hold on. And she parted ways with the International, not by her own choice, but she was very sad. And I told her that day, I was like, you know, you've been like a partner to me, because everybody knows down there that dubstep, DJs, that's what everybody's into right now. That's what's selling, and that's what people are into. Courtney, she didn't care about any of that stuff. She helped me with rock, she helped me with metal, and she knew that this town wanted it. Right now, I want to give up a big round of applause. Courtney, come on up here. Now, this other guy that I'm going to call up here, he's been like a brother. He does our graphics, he does marketing, he manages shows, he does a lot of stuff for me when I can't even come out. Really crummy back. I'm all the time stressing about details about stuff, and whenever I need something done, I talk to Rodney and it gets done. So get your ass up here, man. So I'm not really a talker. I know, like, I've talked for like 5 or 10 minutes, and you're like, Jesus Christ, is he going to stop? I want everybody to know in this room right now that both of these people have helped me shape my dream into a reality. Their hard work and dedication to Knoxville's music scene is nothing short of amazing. Anytime, if you see either of these people out at a show or something, chances are they've done something to promote that show or make sure you heard about it. So please give them a high five, give them a hug, buy them a beer, whatever. But these two are the best. So now that I've been schmoozy and I've told you about the past and like where I want to know about Night Owl, I'm going to tell you about where we're going. And this, as we've already learned tonight, Knoxville has no shortage of talent. There are some bands in town right now that we haven't even heard of yet. We get on this stage and make us crap our pants, okay? We have a ton of talent in this town, and it's being unrecognized. So, for starters, very soon we're going to be launching our own website. It's going to be nightowlmusic.org. And on this website, we're going to have live streaming radio. We're going to have all our shows. We're going to have links to all of our bands, and we're going to have all kinds of information and fun stuff. So if you need to know like what bands are coming to town, you want to know who's got new singles coming out, who's got videos, you're going to go to nightowlmusic.org, and you're going to find all that information. Now, that's my big news. I'll see you guys later. Just kidding. All right, so secondly, this is something that I've worked on with these two for a very long time, and we've talked about it, and we've talked about it, and we've talked about it, and then when we finished talking about it, we talked about it some more. But what we're going to do, we're going to launch what's going to be known as the Night Owl Family. The Night Owl Family is going to be a free resource for every band who's ever played on a Night Owl show, past, present, or future. Join up. It's going to be free for you to join the Night Owl Family. And in this, you're going to find a plethora of information about how to take your band to the next level. You're going to be able to network with other bands. You're going to be able to book shows directly with me. So there's not going to be any kind of middle ground. There's not going to be any kind of worrying about people getting booked. It's all going to be out in the open, and it's going to be free for every band in town. Now, third, in September, and I just found this out today, in September, we're going to be launching a weekly rock and metal showcase every Friday at the Open Chord, and it's going to be called Night Owl Fridays. You're going to be able to come check out your favorite local rockers, touring regional acts, maybe a surprise headliner from time to time. You never know who I might get to come down here. I'm also going to be bringing on other people to act as promoters to help keep things fresh and bring in a wider variety of music. I'm only one person, and I know there's a lot of bands I can't even talk to. So what I'm going to do is work with some other people. Laura in the room doesn't even know that I was going to mention her. I'm going to help with her. I'm going to have some other people, and we're going to make sure that every genre, every scene gets their chance to have a Friday night on the stage in front of a crowd. And finally, this is something, my big plan that I've kept from everybody, except for privileged. I'm going to tell you right now. We're taking steps right now for Night Owl Music to get an LLC, and we're going to become a full 360 artist development. The bands on our roster are going to be called Night Owl roster bands. They're going to work hand in hand with our publicity teams, our graphics, marketing, videography, booking, and management. We want to prove to the world that Knoxville has A-plus talent, and we're going out with both fists swinging. So as soon as we get this launched and have all the details, we're going to let everybody know about it. So thanks for listening to me talk tonight, guys. And I want everyone to make as much noise as fucking possible for the one, the only, Mass Driver.
Hey everybody, we're Mass Driver. As a lot of you know already, we're here to party. That's a pretty good one. It's coming off. Oh, shit. That's real. Dig the nipple hair.
creatures, lots on team. Delicious brew on the side, laying low to stay alive. Rank and file creatures, lots on team. Tell them, Drew.
These fellas just ain't make us queasy. Boss fight, man, they ain't that easy, yeah.
Quick, fast in a hurry. Sight clear, never blurry. Quick, fast in a hurry. Most lovely, cycling, fly bar, not the split, the rocket shot, your take shot. Check the ball, it's alive, favorite trophy, on the side, wrecking bomb creatures, lots on cheap.
Boss fight, they make us queasy. You know, man, they ain't that easy.
Quick, fast in a hurry. Sight clear, never blurry. Quick, fast in a hurry. Quick, fast in a hurry. Sight clear, never blurry. Quick, fast in a hurry.
This is Mass Driver.
So that
Listen
song
to
was
local
kind
radio.
of about. I know we have at least one fan. A fantastic.
Shouting from the hells, shouting from the underworld and all that it entails. Shouting from the temples and arid wastelands. Wonderful, fuck the rules. Reptile comes and you'll be schooled. Reptile rocking out. Acid tongue in your mouth. Reptile high kick. Open doors, close quick. Reptile rocking out. Acid tongue in your mouth. Reptile high kick. Open doors, close quick. Video games, more specifically, this is about Double Dragon and how for the past 25 years I haven't been able to get past Mission 3. We feel alright. I got my fist pack in my hand. Run on in and take a look around. Just like a far off land. Lost by a double dragon in the back. I'll be dead by Mission 3. Baseball bats and knife fights. Always looking for the skeleton key, baby. Come on. Mission 3. Then a man of that look around. Just like a far off land. Lost by a double dragon. You know I'll be dead by Mission 3. Baseball bats and knife fights. Always looking for the skeleton key. Down at Pete's Arcade, where we all go to. Down at Pete's Arcade. Yeah. Pete's Arcade, where we all go to. Down at Pete's Arcade, where we all go to. Yeah. There's a part in that song I messed up. Did you hear it? They all went 2 times and I went 4. Luckily, 4 is divisible by 2, so I was able to seamlessly correct the situation. All right, this song is about fucking not fucking tractor pulls, but this song's about tractor pulls and monster trucks and my sweet ass 77 Dodge van. 27, a gear on the floor. We're letting it fly out at night. Why we do it, we don't know why. Fully blown and fading light. Go get him, Daniel, what's his name? So we'll see you at the block. A brick, a stand, a rooster, a tail. Ain't no need for lady luck. We watch him go. Yeah, we're moving on down the line. Let's go. Fully blown and fading light. Come on. Four twins, gear on the floor, letting it fly tonight. Nationwide, they would come to town, fully blown and feeling alright. Small on the left, big on the right, you gotta turn before the turn. Pick a stand, rooster tail, how the outlaws, they never learn. We watch them go. Yeah, we're moving on down the line. Let's go. 4 bullets, it's a Saturday night. Let them go. 4 balls, it's a Saturday night. Let's go. Yeah, born on a fading line. Yeah, ball on Saturday night. Let's go. Fully blown and fading light. There we go.
Start this. We're reaching way back in the Mass Driver bag. This was like 6 months ago.
Oh, you got.
Really, man. I knew who was on from the beginning and who fucking wasn't. Bitches out there who were cheering like you were there at the beginning. All right, this song's about BMX 2. It's called Serpent Turn.
Through the streets and curves, take aim for home. Steel, grip, nerve. Fight past the signals. For the end we yearn. Drop off to the side. None of my concern. Built to last long ago. Born up dirt, I do the snow. Serpent turn. Ride the curve, over, built to last long ago. Born up dirt, I do the snow. Serpent turn, ride the curve, over, like never before. All set to win, better burn. Built to last long ago. Lord, I'm certain I do the snow. Serpent turn, ride the burn. Give it up for Drew! Built to last long ago. Lord, I'm certain I do the snow. Serpent turn, ride the burn. Built to last long ago. Lord, I'm certain I do the snow. Serpent turn, ride the burn.
On record right now and saying that I don't particularly care for. You guys know it.
Player doesn't.
Too. I just like knowing that shit's gonna be right. This is the first song we wrote. It's about big fucking robots. And it's called Dinobots. Player to deploy. Mega asteroid. Not from this place. From this time or space. To the decade shell. Pseudo kind of loud. Giving off a signal. Do we have a match? Dead robots. Dead robots. Dead robots. Dead robots. There's a shot. That more I can rock. Do you believe that machines make machines? Through the decade shell. Pseudo kind of loud. Giving off a signal. Do we have a match? Dead robots. Dead robots. Dead robots. Dead robots. Yo! To deploy mega asteroid, not from this place, from this time or space. Dead robots, dead robots, dead robots, dead robots. Whoa. All right, this song called 4130. Tough man's in a swimming pool. Man, what more do we need? Mama place says 33 and you can kick it straight to the tree. Up early and off to the woods. Joe, what's going down today? Standing on it, get dropped. Mongoose the only way. Let go, we ride. Goes round that thing. Let go, we ride. Goes round that thing. Let go, we ride. Goes round that thing. Let go, we ride. JT and mushroom grips, you don't ever look back. Mr. Hand says no way, go burn downhill track. Big Ben, awesome car, the only fuel we need. Stand on it, gate drop, Skyways built the speed. Let go, we ride. Goes round that thing. Let go, we ride. Goes round that thing. Let go, we ride. Goes round that thing. Let go, we ride our shit. Messing with a son of a bitch. You're messing with a son of a bitch. Now you're messing with a bitch. You're messing with a son of a bitch. Talking jive and poison ivy. You ain't gonna play for me. Man, take a fork faker. I supply the candy, red hot mama. I've got to pay your dues. we ride. Goes round that thing. Let go. We ride. Let go. We ride. Let go. We ride.
Chord for the Night Owl 4th anniversary. Localradio.com. Just share us. And we'll see you tomorrow at X Going Away Fest.
still having fun? That was a little soft one for you. Actually, a shortened version of that song. The song is called Ocean. The short version is called Osh. So, for the art of, got one more song for you guys called Tessellations. Seriously, one more time, give it up for Chris Castile. Give it up for everyone involved with Night Owl and everyone here tonight. Everyone's attractive here. This song is called Tessellations. you guys so much. Seriously, thank each and every one of you. Logan, you're the most attractive person here.
Right. Right.